It gives us great pleasure to have you join us on today's edition of ASO Briefing. I am Richard Alechinwanyebe. Our top stories. President Tinubu describes just concluded Osun governorship election as fitting assurance that democracy will continue to flourish in Nigeria. AMAC chairman Christopher Zakame Kalango dismisses claim he failed to fulfill promises to his people. Smiden rolls out new products to empower. You are watching ASO Briefing. Don't forget that you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and on Free TV, look us up on channel 507. On the UHF band, you can find us on channel 38. Now we go ahead with details of all the news package. President Bola Tinubu has said the re-election of Governor Ademola Adeleke in the just concluded Osun election is a fitting assurance that democracy will continue to flourish in Nigeria under his watch as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The President, who called Governor Ademola to congratulate him on his victory at the just concluded polls, security agencies for what they described as commendable and professional conduct during the 2026 Osun State governorship election. The groups made up of the Community Advancement and Humanitarian Empowerment Initiative, CISEC, and the Center for Integrated Community and Social Development disclosed their preliminary findings on Sunday while briefing journalists in Osogbo after the announcement of the election results. The team lead of the INEC accredited civil society observers, Kunle Yusuf, said 197 trained and non-partisan observers were deployed to the 30 local government areas of the state. According to Yusuf, the observers evaluated the election in line with the Electoral Act 2026, INEC guidelines, and internationally accepted electoral standards. He said INEC demonstrated better preparedness for the exercise, especially with the early deployment of personnel and sensitive election materials to most polling units.
As demonstrated improved logistics with earlier deployment of the personnel and material to most of the polling units. Fundamentally, the functionality of the beavers and RF portal is a welcome development that enhances transparency and public confidence. 2. Security apparatus. Nigeria Civil Defense, Police, Nigeria Police Force, and other security agencies demonstrated professionalism and a clear understanding of electoral security procedure and security personnel deployment. The environment was largely peaceful and devoid of widespread violence.
Yusuf added that the observers monitored activities before, during, and after the election, including proceedings at polling units, collation centers, and areas identified as electoral flashpoints. The organizations, however, called on INEC to improve the prompt transmission of results and resolve the technical difficulties recorded during the election. The media team to the executive chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, Honorable Christopher Zakame Kalangu, has dismissed claims that the chairman failed to fulfill promises to the people, describing the allegations as misleading and politically motivated. In a statement signed by Sanunu Jacob, Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the AMAC chairman, the administration said it took note of an open letter by one engineer Samuel Musa of Orozo Ward, alleging that the chairman abandoned the Gade community and other stakeholders. The statement said the writer failed to specify the said promises and their timelines, adding that attempts to profile an ethnic community to whip up sentiment is a perverse method that people of good conscience should reject. According to the media team, residents across all 12 electoral wards have attested that May Kalangu remains a leader for all, irrespective of ethnicity, political affiliation, religion, or community. It said the administration has pursued an all-inclusive approach, ensuring that projects in infrastructure, health care, education, security, youth, and women empowerment are spread across the council. On a specific reference to the Gade people, the statement said the administration recognizes and appreciates the contributions of every community to AMAC's growth. It stressed that development should not be reduced to political rewards, noting that public office is a trust to serve all residents. The chairman's team said it welcomes constructive criticism and dialogue and reaffirmed that May Kalangu remains accessible to stakeholders, traditional institutions, youth, women, and professional groups. The national chairman of the Imams Initiative Forum, Ustaz Dr. Tajuddin Bello, has called on imams and their azems to always demonstrate trustworthiness in their leadership and dealings with their subjects for the promotion of a better society. Ustaz Bello made the call in Gwagwalada at a one-day leadership and sensitization workshop organized by the Guidance and Counseling Committee of Phase 3 Mosque, Gwagwalada. Our correspondent, Abdullah Mukhtar, tells us more.
Participants at the one-day leadership and sensitization workshop comprising imams, muazzims, and members of mosque committees were drawn from various mosques across Gwagwalada metropolis. The national chairman of the Imams Initiative Forum and Muslim community leader who says on 3 Ustaz Dr. Tajuddin Bello and Ambassador Sani Salah Bala Wamban Katsina in their presentation spoke on the qualities and characteristics of a successful imam, as well as the importance of effective communication in leadership and management.
He must be equipped with knowledge because his position is a position of those who are knowledgeable. Secondly, he must apply wisdom with the knowledge. Thirdly, he must implement the content of the knowledge practically. He must be extra patient and persevere, and especially with his followers.
We are able to present issues pertaining to writing minutes and files and filing system and maintenance of records and storage as well as retrieval of records.
Declaring the workshop open, Dr. Murtala Mohammed Lawal, chairman of the occasion and chairman of Phase 3 Mosque Gwagwalada, said there was always a need for religious leaders to come together, share knowledge, and update themselves for the benefit of the mosques and the general public.
So the essence of it, obviously, objectively, is to update our knowledge and to conscientize ourselves to the services of Allah, most especially as mosque is concerned, and also which would extend to the general community, that our relationships with the mosque and the community entirely.
Alhaji Manir Riyari, a retired controller of immigration and chairman of the Guidance and Counseling Committee of Phase 3 Mosques, and the chairman of the organizing committee, Alhaji Mahmudu Aliyu Kadri, shed more light on the objective of the workshop.
The whole motive behind this current workshop is for us to see how we can synergize and we can sensitize our imams and ladans and all the officials of the committees.
First and foremost, all the invitees came, the resource persons came, and the participants also came. Only few, about 3 or 4 people didn't come for the workshop. And the delivery, the lecture delivery has been very, very outstanding.
Highlight of the workshop was a question and answer session, which was followed by the presentation of gift to the 2 resource persons. Abdullahi Mukhtar, ASO Television News.
The chairman of Kwali Area Council, Mr. Nuhudain Kwali, has approved the construction of additional solar-powered borehole projects across 6 communities in the area council as part of efforts to improve access to clean and safe drinking water for residents. The initiative is expected to address water supply challenges in the benefiting communities while also improving sanitation, hygiene, and the overall well-being of the people. The benefiting communities cut across 6 wards of the council and include Angwan Sarki in Kwali Central Ward, Pai Market Area in Pai Ward, Kuka Village in Ashara Ward, Bolo Community in Yangoji Ward, Nise Village in Yebu Ward, and Dapa Village in Wako Ward. The provision of the solar-powered boreholes is also expected to reduce the difficulties faced by residents, particularly women and children, who often travel long distances in search of potable water. The project further demonstrates the administration's commitment to providing basic social amenities and improving the living conditions of people across the various communities in Kwali Area Council. Residents of the benefiting communities are expected to take ownership of the facilities and ensure their proper maintenance and protection for the benefits of present and future generations. The approval is another step towards addressing critical community needs and ensuring that more residents have access to reliable and sustainable sources of potable water. The people of Kwali Area Council have expressed appreciation to the chairman for his continued commitment to grassroots development and his determination to provide projects that have direct positive impact on the lives of the people. Now, when Asa Brifeing returns, we have more stories for you. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
In Biggie's house, there's no place to hide. And even when you think no one is watching, the energy can swing in an instant. This BB Naija Season 11, everything burns brighter. Only the biggest moves tip the scale, because nothing is given, but everything is for the taking. When the world watches, will you be outshined? Or will you step up and take the spotlight? Big Brother Naija Season 11 starts Sunday, July 26th, showing 24/7 on DSTV Channel 198 and GoTV Channel 49. Headline sponsor, Bet Power.
You're watching us Briefing. Don't forget that you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and on Free TV, look us up on channel 507. On the UHF band, you can find us on channel 38. Now we move ahead with the rest of the bulletin. The Kebbi State Police Command has arrested a 19-year-old woman in Zuru local government area for allegedly stealing a newborn and presenting the child to her husband as her own. The incident reportedly occurred on July 23, 2025, when the suspect allegedly visited Fatima Muhammad shortly after she gave birth and offered to assist her by fetching hot water. According to the police, the suspect allegedly used the opportunity to flee with the newborn instead of returning with the water. Preliminary investigations revealed that the suspect had allegedly been under social and emotional pressure over her inability to have a child, particularly as some of her peers had already given birth. The police said she allegedly deceived her husband for about 9 months into believing she was pregnant, and after the birth of the stolen baby, allegedly took the child and presented it to him as her own. The suspect was arrested on August 14, 2026 following sustained police investigation. The stolen baby was subsequently recovered and safely reunited with the biological mother. The police said the suspect remains in custody and will be charged in court after the conclusion of investigations and in accordance with applicable laws. The Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN, has rolled out a new initiative known as Brand Project, with aims to providing support to over 100,000 young entrepreneurs across the country on a yearly basis. The SMEDAN, in a press statement, disclosed that the Brand Project is expected to build resilient young Nigerian entrepreneurs, noting that Brand Project was part of the agency's activities to marking the 2026 International Youth Day. Speaking, the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of SMEDAN, Mr. Charles Odi, acknowledged that the initiative was designed to provide practical support to young Nigerians at different stages of entrepreneurship. On her part, Head of SMEDAN's Women and Youth Unit, Ms. Bimpe Fawale, explained that Brand would be delivered through 4 major channels targeting young entrepreneurs in communities, tertiary institutions, and online. The statement further indicated that the program brought together enterprise training, incubation, mentorship, access to finance, market opportunities, and business, as well as development support. Acting Director of Corporate Communications and Investors Relations Department of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mrs. Hakama Sidi Ali, has received the 2026 Spokesperson of the Year award for the second time, but the first in 2024. The recognition was announced in Abuja during the 6th National Spokespersons Awards and the 4th Economic Confidential Annual Lecture organized by Image Merchants Promotion Limited, publishers of PR Nigeria, Economic Confidential, and Spokespersons Digest. Chairperson of the awards jury, Professor Saudat Abdulbagi, at the event disclosed that the 2026 edition attracted 171 nominations from across the country. Chairperson of the award committee added that the award followed a rigorous evaluation process based on 4 key criteria of impact, innovation, and originality, campaign reach, and quality of evidence. Professor Abdulbagi explained that after an initial screening, only entries meeting the required standards of clarity, measurable impact, and verifiable evidence progressed to subsequent stages of evaluation, with the CBN director as winner. Mrs. Hakama Sidi Ali made history as the first female spokesperson in the CBN's 66-year history, as appointed by the CBN Governor, Mr. Olayemi Kadoso, in 2023. Now to the foreign scene. An Ebola outbreak has now killed 2,325 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo, making it the country's deadliest outbreak of the virus, according to government figures released on Monday. The United Nations says that the Ebola outbreak is the fastest growing on record and is killing a victim every 30 minutes in the DRC. The deaths were from 4,945 confirmed cases, overtaking an outbreak in 2028 and 2020 that killed 2,299 people in the DRC from 3,381 confirmed cases. The deadliest Ebola outbreak ever hit West Africa in 2013 to 2016, killing more than 11,300 people, mainly in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. The DRC outbreak began in the conflict-scarred northeastern province of Ituri and has since spread to 5 other provinces in the sprawling Central African country of more than 100 million people. Declared on May 15th, it is thought to have already been spreading for several weeks at that point and is the DRC's 17th Ebola outbreak. The World Health Organization last week said it hoped to reverse the spread of the disease in the country within 3 months. Ebola, which spread fast through contact with bodily fluids and causes a hemorrhagic fever, has killed more than 15,000 people in Africa over the past 50 years. And that does it all on ASO Briefing for today. Many thanks for watching. I am Richard Alechinwanyebe.